Texas Marching Knights. From North Baltimore, Ohio, under the direction of Mr. Ben Pack, the North Baltimore High School Marching Band. From New Rigo, Ohio, under the direction of Mrs. Nikki Kleba, the New Rigo Marching Band. Our national anthem.
So we proudly present the 2025 North Baltimore High School Tiger Marching Band. We kick off our show with the classic sounds of Green Day. Every time we play under the Friday or Saturday night lights, it's sure to be a holiday. Marching band fans are all out of this world, and we will always shoot for the stars to play for you.
Under the direction of Mr. Brett Welly and assisted by auxiliary advisors Mrs. Ivy Rubel and Miss Candace Eiler. I'm proud to present the 2025 Lakota Raider Marching Band. Tonight, the Raider Band will be performing their rock show. We'll begin with the driving rhythms of Led Zeppelin. If it's been a long time since you've rocked and rolled, tonight is your night. Here is Rock and Roll.
It has gained several claims to fame, including being featured on Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Featuring sophomore Eliza Anderson on euphonium, we hope you enjoy Dream On.
Marching band.
Good 70s. Tonight we present our 2025 band show featuring the music of Stevie Wonder. Released in 1972, this song is one of Stevie Wonder's most popular. Featuring the clavinet, which Wonder described as funky, dirty, and stinky to create that iconic funk sound. This song topped on the Billboard Hot 100. I wouldn't say that I'm superstitious, I'm just a little stitious. Here is Stevie Wonder's Superstition.
the Elmwood Music Boosters, and everyone else here tonight for the wonderful event. We wish you a great rest of the season and a fantastic school year. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy your emo years one more time with Alternatively Yours.
And also the student who sold the winning tickets gets $50. Oh my God. It's my mother. It's my mother. Yay, my mom won $1,000. I did not draw that ticket. I did not draw that ticket.
Preparing to take the field is the Elmwood Marching Royal Pride. Their school colors are royal blue and white. Mascot Royals. Director Megan Hayes. Assistant Director Maddie Lyons. Visual Ensemble Instructors Caitlin Maracus and Kaylee McCoy. Percussion Instructor Thomas Bodner. Field Commanders Gavin Minnick and Mackenzie Laird. Number of playing band members 65 with 6 auxiliary members. Superintendent Mr. Tony Borton. Principal Mr. Ty Traxler. Please welcome to the field the Elmwood Marching Royal Pride. Ladies and gentlemen, the Elmwood Marching Royal Pride is proud to present our Beatles halftime show. Under the direction of Field Commanders Mackenzie Laird and Gavin Minnick. Our first hit of the show was recorded in 1963 and went straight to the top of the British records charts on the day of its release, and was also the group's first #1 hit in America. We kick things off with I Want to Hold Your Hand. two popular Beatles songs from the same record. The album was critically acclaimed upon its release on June 1st, 1967, won 4 Grammy Awards, and was a defining album in the emerging psychedelic rock style. We continue rocking out with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and With a Little Help from My Friends. Written by Paul McCartney and evolved from the original tune Hey Jules, which was written as a comfort for John Lennon's son Julian. This tune is considered by many to be one of the greatest songs of all time. We feature trumpet soloist Lila Geen with our next hit, Hey Jude. Schools and band programs to achieve one common goal of making music together. Tonight, for our final musical selection, we pay tribute to one of the greatest in rock history, Ozzy Osbourne, who recently passed away. He co-founded the heavy metal band Black Sabbath before embarking on his solo career in 1980. He was well known and drew controversy for his antics both on stage and off, but he had such a huge following of passionate admirers. For the students on this field, we share the passion of music as well as the band kid shenanigans and antics, just like Ozzy. We close the night with the combined bands playing his debut song of his solo career and a favorite of just about any band kid, Crazy Train. Again, we thank you and hope to see you back again next year. Have a safe trip home. Thank you for supporting the performing arts in our communities, and good night.